Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good
What a
morning.
beautiful day. I welcome you all to the 252nd meeting of Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in self-confidence and personal growth. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention three ground rules that we follow in our Toastmasters meetings. Rule number one, please turn off your mobile phones or put them on silent mode. Let's take 10 seconds to do that. Rule number two, please keep yourself on mute unless you are speaking. Rule number three, please refrain yourself from talking about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. We are here for a healthy discussion. For further proceedings, please help me in welcoming the presiding officer of today's meeting, TM Shauna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hirsch. Such a beautiful day, and I would like to welcome you all in 252 meeting of the Bright Beginning Toastmaster Club. We all are here for a purpose. Saturday morning, everyone loves their morning sleeps when there is no rush to go to school, office, or to the college. Still, you guys are making an effort to get up early to be as a part of join this meeting. It turned 10:30 Saturday. All of you can think of relaxing, chilling. No one, uh, everyone likes to have an extended sleep, but you are here, and we all are here for a purpose. The purpose to develop ourselves where we can fight the anxieties and the complexities within ourselves, where we face hurdles or challenges while speaking or communicating to other people. Fighting our fear to stand on stage and speaking in front of the people, dealing with people, not able to speak our heart out. So let's kickstart today's meeting on a happy note. Over past few years, our club creates a warm, friendly, and supportive environment for all the members and for the guests. We gather here to fulfill our mission, to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which each member are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater confidence and personal growth. At each meeting, we have a theme, and today's theme is self-defense. But before I'm moving on to that, I see a guest here, Tanu Singhal. Tanu, may I invite you to introduce yourself?
Am I audible?
Perfectly.
Okay. First of all, my name is Tanu Singh, and I'm a YouTuber, and I have like right now I'm so nervous. Actually, मेरा जो नेटिव लैंग्वेज है और जिसमें मैं कंफर्टेबल रहती हूँ वो इंग्लिश है, तो इसीलिए मैं अनकंफर्टेबल ज़रूर हूँ, लेकिन मैं कोशिश करती हूँ और मुझे लगता है कि मैं जिसमें कंफर्टेबल हूँ मुझे उसमें कन्वे करना चाहिए। तो इसलिए मेरा नाम तनु सिंगल है और मैं एक यूट्यूबर हूँ, और साथ ही साथ में यूट्यूब पे मैं एजुकेशनल कंटेंट पढ़ाती हूँ। मैं अकाउंटिंग सॉफ्टवेयर पढ़ाती हूँ। अभी के लिए मैं एक्सेल पढ़ाती हूँ, साथ ही साथ में पावर बीआई पढ़ाती हूँ, और इसी को ही आगे ले जाना चाहती हूँ। मेरा हमेशा से गोल ये रहा है कि मैंने ना बहुत जगह ये देखा है कि कम्युनिकेशन को ना ऐसे मिसअंडरस्टूड किया जाता है लैंग्वेज से। तो लैंग्वेज इज जस्ट अ मीडियम, एंड देयर आर द एन नंबर ऑफ कंपोनेंट्स जो कि इसके अंदर आते हैं जब हम कम्युनिकेशन की बात करते हैं। तो मेरा हमेशा से टेक ये रहा है कि मैंने भी हमेशा ये सुना है कि इंग्लिश नहीं आती, तो मुझे भी वो कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं था। लेकिन अब जाके मैंने ये समझा है, जितना भी ग्रो किया है उसमें ये समझा है कि नहीं, वो एक मीडियम है। आप अपनी जगह वहां स्टैंड आउट कर सकते हो, बल्कि सब लोग वो बोल रहे हैं, आप अलग से अपने आप को उतना कॉन्फिडेंट दिखा सकते हो। सो मेरा जो विजन है वो यही है कि मैं सबको वो कॉन्फिडेंस दूं जिनके अंदर वो नहीं होता है, कि आप उतने कॉन्फिडेंटली अपने आप को रख सकते हो। बहुत सारी चीजें आपको आती हैं लेकिन आप रखते नहीं हो, तो उसे रखना सीखो, कम्युनिकेट करना सीखो। एंड मेरा फिलहाल के लिए गोल यही है एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव भी यही है। अगर मैं पर्सनल, अगर अपने ड्रीम की बात करूं, तो मुझे एक सक्सेसफुल बिजनेस वूमन बनना है, एंड दैट्स ऑल अबाउट इट। लाइक अभी के लिए जितनी भी मेरा कुछ भी चल रहा है लाइफ में, वो सब कुछ मेरे ड्रीम के लिए है। तो दैट्स इट।
Good to see here, Tanu.
थैंक यू।
But one question: what prompts you to join Toastmasters?
ओके, एक्चुअली मेरे कजिन ने मुझे बताया था टोस्ट मास्टर के लिए, एंड उसने पब्लिक स्पीकिंग को लेकर बताया। मैं हमेशा से इसके लिए इतनी एक्साइटेड रहती हूँ। मुझे बोलना बहुत अच्छा लगता है, कन्वे करना अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन वही लैंग्वेज को एक बैरियर समझ के जितने भी कॉर्पोरेट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स होती हैं, तो वहां आके कॉन्फिडेंस शेकन अप हो जाता है। ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं, मैं फिट इन नहीं हो पाऊंगी। तो मुझे वो वाली जर्नी भी देखनी है कि कैसे मैं वहां पे भी स्टैंड आउट कर सकती हूँ, या वहां पे कैसे फिट इन हुआ जा सकता है। ये एक तरीके से ना डर लगता है, जो नए लोग होते हैं ना उन्हें डर लगता है उस जगह पे आने से, बोलने से, जो छोटे शहर से बिलोंग करते हैं स्पेशली उन्हें। तो ये एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म होगा, मे बी वो उसको ईज कर देगा, वो उसको हेल्प कर देगा कि नहीं ऐसा नहीं होता। वो भी एक दुनिया है जिसे आप एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो, वहां पे भी उसी तरीके के लोग हैं। तो बस उसे एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए मैं आई हूँ।
You are at the right place, Tanu. The only thing, and I totally agree with you, that language is a medium where you can communicate effectively with two people, irrespective what is the way of communication. I mean, you are speaking in Hindi, English, but as a part of Toastmasters, our emphasis or it's totally based out of English. Now, I'll tell you the other perspective. Since you being a content creator, you may be speaking to people or communicating with people who are well versed with English or maybe in Hindi, which is our native language. But having this flexibility where you will, if you improve your English and public
Yes.
speaking domain, you can extend your reach to the people to which you are not reachable as of now because of certain barriers or maybe a
Yes.
language. So
Yes.
I'll emphasize, I mean, you better know your mother language. You are already speaking on a day-to-day basis in Hindi. But context, we all who are here and the people, other members also, we are here for the same purpose. I mean, I won't say that, my English is extraordinary or I have that confidence where I can speak in front of anyone or everyone. If that
Right.
would have been the case, I would have not been here. So we all are fighting for the same purpose
Okay.
so that we can improve ourselves through this collaboration. You see the members here, we all are fighting for the same purpose, and that's the reason we are connected to each other. So
Okay.
whatever may be the case, no matter how bad you think you are, which you are not, try to speak in English
Okay.
because that's how you will improve yourself. You
Definitely.
And it's not for the purpose that I my connect language is not a barrier or my this is my comfort factor. You are already talking to people within your comfort factor. You need to reach out to people who are outside your comfort factor, and that's what we need to do.
Correct.
Perfect. And I see another guest here, Mr. Mayank Agarwal, seems to be very familiar. Mr. Mayank Agarwal, would you like to come and introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I am ex Toastmaster Mayank. I've been with the club for over 4 years. I have a Saturday working, and hence I had to leave the club. But yeah, it's something that keeps going me back to the club. Um, and while it's a working day, I'm sitting in my office. I thought of why not just log in for some time, attend some words of wisdom, and it was a pleasure meeting each one of you there at the oration. And Toastmaster Mode, I don't know why I couldn't catch up with you if you were there. Looking forward for another exciting meeting as many minutes I can attend. All right. Thank you so much. Back to you, Shona.
Guys, that's the motivation I want from each one of you and the people who are not there. Mayank Agarwal, working 6 days a week, sitting in the office, still joining Toastmaster meetings from his desk, in spite of having his own engagements at work, leaving early morning Saturday, working from office, joining a meeting which he's no longer a part of it. He don't need to be here, but that's his motivation towards, and that's his responsibility towards this club. And with Toastmaster, that's the reason he is here and try to join every meeting in spite of his busy work schedule. So, guys, have this motivation and passion in your life. That will only drive you to make yourself a better version of what you are as of today. And that's what drives me, and it should drive each and every one of you. Last week, most of the people were there at the oration. I have few takeaways from that oration. First, I would like to see my club there at the standing position where it will be highlighting. It was very heartbreaking for me where I could see 20 clubs, but my club was not there. So that has given me a motivation and a mission to work for next 1 year where I can see my club name over there on the billboard. Also, listening. Okay. So for Tanu and Vineet, who were not there as part of this oration, there was a district level oration where there was a participation for the district level clubs from Delhi, NCR, even from the Nepal, Punjab, where distinguished speakers came on a common platform, and there was a contest for the table topics. Tanvi will get to know about the table topics and the prepared speeches. I got to hear amazing speakers. I had never experienced such type of thing ever before. There were 22 speakers, and that event was for over 3 days. It was also a great medium where you can connect with great speakers and also successful people in different areas to bring, to connect with those people, develop your own skills. You see where how people are performing in different areas and what's your standing so that you can take those learnings and inbuild in your life, you can move a level up or to the level where you wanted to see a few years down the road. So it was a great learning for me, and I have my takeaways, and I believe people who were part of that oration have their own takeaways. So let's improve ourselves. Let's give ourselves half an hour every week so that it just won't be a meeting that we need to attend. The whole purpose of this meeting is that we should be improved with every meeting. Now, all enough of this gyan and knowledge. Let's move on to the agenda. Being a TMOD of the day, let me present you the concept of the meeting before I jump on to the today's theme, which is self-defense. So this meeting is structured into three major parts. First is the prepared speeches, where the members will deliver their prepared speeches under the guidance of their mentors. Second is table topic, which is the most fun and loving part, and that it gives you a promptness where you can think and deliver any speeches without knowing the background of it. Third, and the most important part, is the evaluation part, where the general evaluator will present the report at the end of the meeting and tell what were the good things, what were the bad things, what are the improvement area for each of the speaker of this meeting. And good thing about this overall concept that each one of the every participant has to participate, even the guest. So Tanu, you will also get a chance to speak today as part of the table topics. So coming on to today's theme, self-defense. So when I say self-defense, what prompts your mind? What comes to your mind? Taekwondo, martial arts, guns, weapons. Is that the thing that pops up to your mind? Toastmaster Vineet, would you like to share your thought on self-defense?
Not the weapon or the bombs, at least, but yes, physical, becoming physically fit, so that I can not just defend myself, but also to other weak people around me who needs help. So, for my take on the self-defense is to uh, defending myself from the physical harm out there in the world, or my uh, dear ones, or anyone in the need.
Thank you. Distinguished Toastmaster Samod, what's your thought on self-defense? What comes to your mind when I say self-defense?
For me, self defense is controlling my mind with the noises around the world and focusing on a one task at a time.
Great. For me, I would categorize self-defense into three major aspects. First is where my mind body is aligned. I am fit enough where I can respond to any external threats. Majority of us don't even know how to defend themselves if they get into such situation. Forget about saving your near and dear ones. Majority of us doesn't even know how to save themselves when they get into any situation, where they need to act or respond back. Second is physical fitness. So when you get into a self-defense training, it starts with your physical journey or physical fitness. We all are making hell use of our brain, or so much use of our brain in our day-to-day life, consisting, the type of work or business we are into, but hardly making any use of our body, which is the 95% of your overall body structure. Now, when God has created this universe, there was a purpose behind, giving that structure to each and every species. Whereas your mind is hardly 0.1% of your over, or maybe 2 or 3% of your overall body. So the whole concept of that, where you use your body more and less of your mind. But over the period of time, humans have evolved themselves so much that we are making maximum use of our mind and less use of our body. That has stalled our growth in terms of the physical fitness and the journey. And that's the reason we are so dormant when it talks about a physical activity, whereas we are very active when it talks about a mental activity or a mental thing. If given I have to give you a task, you will trying to figure out a way what's the easiest way to do it, so that I don't have to spend too much of physical efforts doing that task, and I can do in a short time by some workarounds and all. The another thing that comes with self defense is the discipline. So when you will get into a journey of self defense, you will surely start with the physical fitness. And for that, a discipline is a must. You have to spend hours on a daily basis or certain specific time. You have to get up that time. And that need to be aligned with your mental and your body clock. Then only you can get into that journey. We all are hearing about, you all know about Operation Sindoor, which has recently been taken, done by our country against, there was a terrorism attack which had happened, and we responded in a similar way. But how we were able to do that? We took a stand, we prepared ourselves in order to carry out anything, any certain things. In a similar way, you all, including me, or as a society, we all have to prepare ourselves physically, mentally, so that we can make ourselves stronger. As a responsible citizen, we have to follow certain healthy habits, which will be very helpful for us in our day-to-day life as well. It's not just a matter of about you need to be battle ready every time. It's about how fit you are, both physically and mentally. Now, before moving on to that topic, let me invite our general evaluator to for our meeting today to come and introduce about the
Toastmaster
general.
Ronak will move to the table topic master, which is
Okay.
Toastmaster.
Okay, so I would like to invite our table topic master of the day today, Toastmaster Harsh, to come and explain about the table topic rule.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the most interesting section of today's meeting, the table topics. I will be the table topic master for today, and the purpose of this would be to give an opportunity to everyone to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on a topic. As I'll also explain uh, the timings of the speeches. Uh, At 1 minute, the green card will be shown. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, the yellow card will be shown. And at 2 minutes, the red card will be shown. We'll have 30 seconds as grace time to wrap up the topics. Now, without further ado, let's move on to the table topics. Um, all right, let me choose someone. Since Shaunak will be leaving soon, let's start with you. Topic for you would be a moment when you stood up for yourself. A moment when you stood up for yourself. Toastmaster Shauna.
Well, I need to stood up for myself every day in every situation, especially while dealing with my wife. But jokes apart, a lot of times you've come across a situation where there are forces driving you to work accordingly as per their interest. Having said and done, what is your contribution in that particular situation also matters a lot. Though I have not come across any such situation where I need to fight for that thing, considering my parents are very uh, supportive in that matter, where they have always given me a choice to take my own decisions, to make my own decisions, and to act it accordingly. But talking about a professional life, there have been certain scenarios where you need to defend yourself. The way you wanted to do things maybe is not the way your manager or your peers see those things to be done. And that's the place where you need to take a stand, explaining them, why you have taken that route to achieve a task. It may not resonate well every time because there could be certain experienced people and they know, or they might have taken that route in the past. But it's always good to collaborate and to understand what's the other's view. I won't say that will be a conflicting situation every time, but I prefer to discuss if I'm taking a route where people or the at least the majority of the stakeholders are not agreeing to it. I'd like to take an opinion on that. But if I don't agree with that, then I prefer to go my way, no matter whatever be the situation or the consequence. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
All right. Let's now move on to Toastmaster Mayank.
Just a moment. Sorry to interrupt, Toastmaster Harsh. I'm handing the stage back to you. I need to drop. I need to go to attend my son's PTM. So thank you so much for all your time. Let's connect next week. See you. Bye bye.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, I couldn't see the timer cards. Who's presenting the timer cards?
Toastmaster Anshuman.
I am. It was not even 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
See you.
No, no one. All right.
All right. Topic for you, Toastmaster Mayank. Is walking away a sign of weakness or strength? Is walking away a sign of weakness or strength, Toastmaster Mayank?
Walking away. Of course, it is a sign of strength. If you're walking away from narcotics, you're walking away from people who are giving you a negative aura in your life. Why should we always talk about fights? And if it is a fight, walking away from the fight is also a good thing. Why? In life, there are opportunities and troubles which we all receive, and it is not necessary that we should always jump into it. It is a choice that we make, that do I go in the fire, burn my hands, or I just walk out of it, think, observe, build my strength, build my case, and then walk into it next time, better armed, prepared. Of course, you will not always get the opportunity to walk away from things, and not everything you can walk away with. It is an experience. It is the moment that if you participate or you enter into it, you will learn. But you have to choose which battle or which moment you need to walk in, or you may have to walk out. Sometimes you just get a push and you are into it, and you do not have the opportunity to walk out. But walk out from negativities. Don't walk out of your life. Maintain that aura in yourself. Maintain that thrill, that passion, that charm in your communication or talking to people, that people look forward for to talk with you. Okay, people look forward to seeing you. And sorry, there's a lot of disturbance outside my place. So um, I lost my flow. Thank you so much.
Very well put about how it is not just uh, always a weakness, but also a strength as well. Moving on to soon to be Toastmaster Tanu. Are you ready for it? Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
All right. In today's digital world, how would you defend your privacy? In today's digital world, how would you defend your privacy? Soon to be Toastmaster Tanu.
Okay. I'm clueless right now. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. Just
Okay. Okay, I'll try. Sorry. I just can't.
uh
Okay. Okay, I'll try. I'm trying but नहीं हो रहा है. I'm so sorry.
you can start, just try to form some sentences and just put your thoughts out. It's fine.
Okay. See, I'm working on this field like digitally. I'm a content creator. So when it comes to the privacy, so it's very hard for us. Um, People tend to like connect with you. वो स्टार्ट कर देते हैं आपसे कनेक्ट करना एंड देन दे वांट कि आपका सिंगल से सिंगल इंफॉर्मेशन भी उन्हें मिले. बट अगर आप ऐसा करते हैं तो आपके लिए दोनों चीजें हैं. द फर्स्ट थिंग, यू गेट दैट फेम, यू गेट दैट कनेक्टिविटी and which will help you to grow in that particular sector, of course. But अगर आप ऐसा नहीं करते हैं then they lose that connection and it will backfire the whole thing. It will affect your business. So first of all कि हमें balance जो है वो बनाना पड़ेगा. We have to make that balance कि कितना information deliver करना है और कितना नहीं करना है. And the second thing, it's very hard कि हम वो privacy maintain कर पाएं just because of the peer pressure. There are the n number of times कि वो peer pressure की वजह से हम ये दिखा रहे हैं, हमारे जो good expects हैं वो दिखा रहे हैं rather than कि हम अपने bad expect भी दिखा रहे हैं, तो दूसरों को वो expectation दे रहे हैं. A wrong expectation जो generate होती है वो इसी से ही होती है. So that's it from my end. I'm so sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. You were really great. I feel the topic was very relevant for you, being a YouTuber and a digital creator. And you had put your thoughts out very well. All right. Uh, Moving on to Toastmaster Vineet. How would you explain the importance of self-defense to a child? How would you explain the importance of self-defense to a child, Toastmaster Vineet?
I wish I was a child. How would I explain the importance of self-defense to a child? World is very hard. You will not find anyone there to support you all the time. It's you only in this world who has to stood up, who has to stand up and fight against all the evil things around you. It's not about just physical fight. You need to make your mind stronger enough to deal with all the negativity around you. I will not be there with you all the time. Your mother will not be there with you all the time. You will be out there most of the time. And we know you can fight with everything. It's just that you need that faith and the required strength, not just the physical, but the mental as well. We will guide you step by step how you can defend yourself. Every day, you come across a lot of instances where you try to not get into that space and ignore that. But in the long run, these things will start haunting you. So, whenever you come across something which is intimidating, do not afraid to deal with it. Doesn't matter how small or big that instance is. Share your opinion. Do not afraid to talk about it in a healthy way. Don't be aggressive. Your words can change the world around you. That is the superpower you have. You can influence everyone around you with your words. If you are able to deliver your message to people around you effectively, people will listen you. And once people will listen you, you're anyways be able to defend yourself. Thank you so much.
That almost felt like a prepared speech. I think you had that script written and practiced over a long period of time. I remember we had a discussion in an offline meeting, and you mentioned your teacher son self-defense uh, at this early stage. All right, moving on to distinguished Toastmaster Samod. A time when you defended a friend or someone else. A time when you defended yourself. Sorry. A time when you defended a friend or someone else. Distinguished Toastmaster Samod.
I could not recall even a single day when I do not put efforts to defend myself because I am my biggest friend. Not only me, my body, my heart, my soul, my mind. And nowadays, living in a chaotic world where everywhere there is noise around you, there is a peer pressure, there is performance pressure, there is family pressure, there is office pressure. How would you deal with yourself? Have you ever talked to your body and mind? How do you feel yourself? We've only thought about having a friend who we go and chill out. But have we ever listened to the body who is in a deep pain, but is still lying on a bed and praying that, oh God, please, if I can get well. Instead, in spite of that, why don't we go and work out in a gym and do some physical stuff so that I can become a better version of myself? Yes, many a times my body do not allow to go and chase myself. I am in a routine of hitting a gym every single day. Yeah, it's very painful because when you are not well and still you are going ahead for to make that a streak, it's very hard. And I'm grateful to my body. That is my best friend. And there are other friends as well who pushes me, even though when I not feeling well, but just can be a friend who can teach you that yes, when it comes to self defense, better safeguard yourself before safeguarding others. And that is your inner self, your inner body, inner soul. Over to you, Harsh.
Very well said that we are our own best friends before anyone else, and we have to take care of ourselves first. All right. Moving on to Toastmaster Anshuman. Are you there, Anshuman?
We can take Aman like ex Toastmaster Aman
Already.
first.
Nice way to dodge. Oh, yeah. Uh, Hello, Toastmaster Aman. Good to see you back
Hello,
a long
same
time.
here.
Um, what is more important, defending your time or your opinion? What is more important, defending your time or your opinion? Ex Toastmaster Aman.
What is more important, defending my time or defending, sorry, or my opinion? So it depends on the situation and the room of people I am in. Sometimes I know that in this room where we are discussing something, people have already a mindset and they are not looking for any other opinion and any other view. So I don't waste my time there. But in a room where it is they are looking for my opinion, sometime as a consultant, sometime as a friend, sometime as a son, sometime as a husband, I sure give importance to my opinion. And I try rather to give my opinion not in a very harsh way. I put it as a opinion, as a advice. And I always say that you consider the opinion only if your mind and heart goes into it. So I cannot, I give equal weight to my time and to the my opinion, considering the people in the room, what is my audience, and I cannot choose one out of which is more important. Thank you. Over to you, Harsh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aman. Uh, very well said. It's situational. Sometimes you have to defend your opinion, sometimes you have to defend your time. Uh, Now, moving on to Toastmaster Anshuman. No, no, Toastmaster Anshuman.
From our childhood days, what have our parents taught us? Just to say yes with the right intent to discipline. That if you listen to us, you will be disciplined, you'll go long in life, and you'll be successful. However, that habit of saying yes may lead to a side of life which may be difficult, which is to set boundaries and say no. We may end up saying yes to so many things that we may be overwhelmed. And not just that, in the light of self defense, which is the theme of the day, if we end up saying, if especially a gender which is vulnerable may end up saying yes to things which may not draw boundaries, that one no which was not said may lead to casualty which we do not want to happen. So over a period of time, it's not just saying yes that matters. Saying yes to great opportunities or great connections or great areas is important. At the same time, the habit of saying no to areas where we don't want a connection to venture into, or elements at say workplace we don't want to venture into, has to be consciously built in. For example, since childhood days, I have been conditioned, especially since school environment, in at home environment, to say yes to doing my homework early. If I don't do it, I get a scolding from my parents, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to do it, but you have to do it, and you have to say yes. And how does it translated work? Anshuman, this is your assignment, this is your project, you do it. How have been trained? Yes. I was saying yes for almost 10 years and I was overwhelmed, I was overbooked. And then I realized, oh my God, this is just a habit. I have to realize that I have to start saying no. I have to start focusing on key areas, top key areas, and be pretty clear that anything except the top areas is an element of a no. So the word no is a crucial vocabulary all of us should build within our personal sphere because that is what will lead to success in life. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Harsh.
Uh, you have very well described the power of no and how we all should incorporate and learn how to say no and not be a yes here always. All right. Looks like we have a lot of time left, so let's have another round of table topics. Okay. Who all are here? Toastmaster Mayank. Toastmaster Mayank, are you there?
Maybe we can spare him a
Yes.
bit.
All right. Distinguished Toastmaster Samut. Okay. Humor as a self-defense mechanism. Humor as a self-defense mechanism. Distinguished Toastmaster Samut.
I have been trying from last 5 years to bring this element, unique element, into my speech, but believe me, I'm struggling to do that. I can crack a joke while delivering my ISC, but when it comes to the table topic, my mentor always giving me the same advice: bring some humor, and I am still struggling to do that. But yes, many a times it saved my life. When we met with a friend on a serious note, and when you tell a lie, and when you crack a humor, the things go settle down. Yes, that moment it helps you. It becomes your self weapon. I still remember during my school and colleges also when I was about to bunk my class just for my playing volleyball match. And when I tell a lie, although the professor knows that I'm telling a lie, but I used it, a humor and humor jokes that gives me permission to go and play. But yes, it's many instances, humor is your self-defense. Because when, just imagine the situations when everyone is intense around. Let's say you went to the hospital, someone is going under surgery, and everyone is very tense. And when you throw once very small humor joke, it makes the environment light. People laugh. And believe me, bringing a smile on people's face is the hardest job in the world because everyone is busy in their chaotic life. Have you seen a child smile when you are tense and going back to the home after a terrific office day? Just small smile of child. It drops down every pinch of tension and stress. That is how a humor can bring. And believe me, people say words have power. I do not agree with that. Smile or humor can bring is a strong weapon. Yes, if used rightly, it is your biggest self-defense. Over to you, Harsh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samut. Uh, Seeing a child smile can bring joy to anyone, any time of the day. That's very true. Moving on to soon to be Toastmaster Tanu.
Yes.
Karate or pepper spray? Karate or pepper spray? Toastmaster, soon to be Toastmaster Tanu.
Okay. Uh, Personally, I'll choose pepper spray because it's easy to apply and it's easy to to deal with that particular situation. And I'm not that much physically strong, so for personally, I will choose pepper spray, and it helped me to get rid of that particular situation. And that's it. And see, karate needs time. I need time to learn karate, but I don't need any time. I just need a pepper spray just to apply on the person and just get rid of that particular situation. So I will choose pepper spray. And every girl should carry pepper spray wherever she is moving, because as a girl, I've always been into the situation when I feel afraid. There are the n number of times there is no situation of being afraid. Still, just because of my bad past experiences, I've always feel like kuch to ho jayega, kuch to ho jayega. I can't trust people easily just because of that particular past experiences. So I will definitely go with pepper spray. Thank you.
Uh,
Yes.
Everyone should carry a pepper spray, a message that should be said to the world. Moving on. Okay. Toastmaster Anshuman.
Your man is here. Do you want to catch him?
You keep on defending yourself.
No, no, I can. Like, I don't mind, but I want to give
Yeah, okay,
Mayank
okay.
an opportunity.
Same page. Toastmaster Mayank.
Okay.
Myths about self-defense. A myth about self-defense. Toastmaster Mayank.
Every parent encourages their child to go and learn self-defense. Hiya! I also went for karate classes. I went for good 3 years, sweating out in the sun. Yeah, doing push-ups, running, jogging, everything, learning, you know, earning from white belt to yellow belt to a light green to a senior green, learning all those martial arts stunts. That one day I will use for self-defense. Yeah, I used it on my sister. But when it comes to on ground, you have a guy who's like 6 feet and he's trying to mess up with you. It doesn't help. You have the mental, and the problem is that you are mentally you're thinking that yeah, you can take him down. But you know what? That guy is like a meat chop. He's eating proteins and chicken, mutton, and working out, 5 hours in the gym. And his capacity is way beyond your imagination. And you think, yeah, all those learning that you had, and you will be able to knock it out. That's a self-defense when you talk about physical self-defense. It's a myth. Unless you practice it everyday basis, you can't. The schools, the institutions, the colleges, they do this for women only self-defense campaign that you go, you hold the guy and you pull him down, and you can be able to throw him. You, when you try to pull him, you will go in the air, right? High in the sky. You can't pull out the people. But self-defense is important in terms of the online activity, how you train your child, of what to do, what not to do, what channels to follow, what not. If somebody is following in, accounts, etc. No problem. I don't see that to be a harm. But there are channels who are prank channels, will tell you kids, okay, let's do this prank and etc. etc. And kids get so influenced that yeah, that's the real world. You had the issue of the blue whale, uh, incident that happened several years ago because people were following commands and they would start with very, very basic things. That okay, today you have to go and put a pin in your mother's wallet so that when you put and she gets a pin. And so also this small, small prank and it goes up to leaving your gas cylinder on in the house. So mental training is also part of self-defense that you know that when to cut off and when to walk off or pull the plug and say, all right, this is fine. I think this is going beyond the boundaries. uh, Most harm now is not done physically, but through mentally to a child or to even senior elder folks. So self-defense is very important and has to be imbibed and taught to kids right from day one. Sensitization them is very important. Thank you. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayang. Mentally being prepared for self-defense is also important, is more important than just being physically ready. All right, moving to Toastmaster Vineet. Defending your dreams from people who pull you down. Defending your dreams from who pull you down, Toastmaster Vineet.
People will always tell you that you cannot do this. You cannot do this because it's difficult. Actually, they are not talking about you. They are talking about themselves because they were not able to do it. And that's what they are telling you. They are just sharing their experiences. That doesn't define you. You will always find such people in your path, in your direction, wherever you are heading, that you should do this instead of this. That is your forte. This is not your forte. Recently, one of my peer told me that this is not your forte. You cannot do this. That's your forte. And that kind of hurted me, clicked me, triggered me. That why can't I do this? Okay, I have never done this, but doesn't mean I'm not capable of doing it. Even Gandhiji said once, which I also mentioned in my previous session, if you believe that you can do it, doesn't matter if you have the capacity right now to do it, you will find that capacity when you move towards in that goal. So I've taken up that challenge and I'm working on it, showing that to my peer that I can do it. I may struggle, but I will find my path. There and then, wherever I need required help, I'll find the right people from where I can seek help and the guidance to move in that direction. But nobody can define my capacity. Whenever someone restricts you, say no to them. No, I believe in myself. I can do this. I can do this perfectly one day. Definitely. Thank you.
That's a message for everyone who has been pulled down by others should uh, always defend their dreams. That reminded me of a message by Craig Daniel during oration. He talked about crabs and how they pulled other crabs inside the uh, vessel. So we have to be careful about people pulling us down and always focus on our goals and dreams. All right, moving on to the next topic. Ex Toastmaster Aman.
Yes.
A super, would you choose a superpower to defend everyone, or everyone should have that superpower?
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh.
If would you choose have a superpower for just for yourself to defend everyone, or everyone should have that superpower? Ex-Toastmaster Aman.
I believe everyone should have that superpower because having superpower with myself would have some limitations. I cannot be everywhere every time, but people out there need to handle a situation or maybe defend themselves in all the corners of the world. I cannot be present everywhere, right? So the superpower should be with everyone. And I'm far more believer of everyone have the superpower. It's just that some people and it's just that you don't know that what is that superpower within you. So it's more like a with this, I am getting, remembering a story of Ramayana that at the time Hanumanji is not doesn't know his power, and then his colleagues get him reminded that you are that much powerful, and then he jump off to Lanka. So similar way, everyone has some superpower. It's just that they need their mentor, their friends, their colleagues who needs to remind them that this is the power and this is how you need to use it. So it's either can be it's like for to defend themselves or to present themselves in any seminar or to tackle any situation and achieve whatever they require. That's all from my side as of now.
Thank you, ex-Toastmaster Aman. Very kind of you to share that superpower with everyone and not just keep it for yourself. Moving on to Toastmaster Anshuman. If you had to replace one subject with self-defense uh, in schools, what would it be? If you had to replace one subject with self-defense, what would it be, Toastmaster Anshuman?
Replacing one subject in school with self defense will be a matter of self defense for me because there are quite a few subjects that come to my mind which I did not want to attend at all. Let me recall starting with childhood days. So, childhood days, history, civics, geography, science. Is there any subject left which I will not eliminate? I think all the subjects I will eliminate and I'll do self defense through the entire day. Morning, I'll wake up and do judo, then I'll do sumo wrestling, then I'll do karate, then I'll do MMA, then I'll do WWE, then I'll go out and maybe do a bit of marathon running. So I'll replace all the subjects without fail with self defense because I live in a society where self defense might have bigger priority than education. So Harsh went to IIT Delhi, right? What did you achieve by going to IIT Delhi, Harsh? If you had learned self defense instead of physics or science or civil or whatever you have done, would it have served a better purpose than learning science? Or ex Toastmaster Aman, chartered accountant? What did you learn by doing commerce and accounting and maths and finance? It's just crunching numbers. But if you had learned self defense, you would have been out on the ground, unafraid, beating everyone up, maybe in the movies. That would have made such a better showcase than running a company of your own, hiring people, doing interviews all day. Would it have served a better purpose? So my proposal is to remove all the education and replace it with self-defense, because if we are able to defend ourselves, we'll be able to live a life which is so meaningful, so purposeful, that we will prosper and become the ultimate being possible. Go away, Maslow. Over to you, Toastmaster Harsh.
Totally agree with the part of removing every subject and replacing it with self-defense. The world needs less of maths, physics, and history, and more of karate, judo, and fighting skills. All right, so that brings us to the end of table topics, and I'll we can move to the evaluation section, and I'll hand over the stage to our general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Harsh, and thanks a lot, everyone, for participating in such a wonderful table topic section today morning. We also usually have a prepared speeches section, which is part of the Toastmaster Pathways program, which we'll get to experience down the line in coming Saturdays. But for today, we're going to evaluate how the day went. We'll start with our AHA counter and grammarian for the morning, Toastmaster Samod, distinguished Toastmaster Samod, if you want to share some observations around how you felt about the grammar and AHA counts for today morning.
Thank you so much, Anshuman. Can I have the host right so I can share my screen? Do I have?
I believe so. Let me make you the co-host just in case. I made you the co-host.
1 second. Give me a second. Allow me 10 seconds. Okay. Let me know once my screen is visible to all of you. I believe yes.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yep. So there are no. I will first. I will start with my R counter report. Then I will come to the grammarian report. So an R counter started with Toastmaster, coming Toastmaster Tanu. So Tanu, you have. But let me briefly explain to her and the other guests also. So R counter, because since I did not get a chance to introduce my R counter and grammarian role, so the R counter is one of the feature, or that is one of the parameter in Toastmaster that we measure how your speech was. So when we speech, it's unknowingly we make certain crutch words, or certain when we do not get the words right, we tend to use ums, short pause, a long pause, or any filler words. So that comprise all is called as R count. Okay, so that we practice in Toastmaster, we note it so that we can become a better speaker and avoid this counts of this R count. So start with the guest Tanu. She used 4 ums and 2 short pause, 2 long pause, and the filler words she was used quite a lot was because, and since this is the very first time, so use of Hindi words, it's not a matter of concern for her. But yes, if she could avoid Hindi words, Hindi jargons, that would be a good. Coming to Shonak, he was really well, and he is. I could not found anything from Toastmaster Shonak. Toastmaster Mayank, he had 2 arms count and nothing else. Sorry, Mayank 2 arms and the filler words right and what used frequently. We need to have 1 short pause while delivering your table topic, and the filler word was but used, I think, thrice or 4 times. I have used noticed that. Hers were good. I could not count myself. Aman, I see you use the filler words who and so frequently. And Ansuvan, you were also eloquent today. Now, coming back to the few good usage of the words and sentences and phrases. So they were saying words can change the world around you. Someone used, I am my biggest friend. Cut off, walk off is a phrase used by our speakers. Most harm is not done physically but mentally. This is I like to quote very much. So this is the from the R counter report. Coming to my grammarian report. The word of the day and word of the day and phrase of the day was mentioned in the chat. I did not get a chance to introduce, so it's totally acceptable. But yes, on the grammarian part, I think we did a very good job. Kudos to everyone. And that's all my brief report. Back to the general evaluator, Toastmaster, and Suna. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, distinguished Toastmaster Samud, for that comprehensive report. Coming to the timer report for the morning, uh, taking one member at a time. So, Toastmaster Samud, your first attempt was at 1 minute 5 seconds. Your second attempt was at 1 minute 36 seconds. Toastmaster, soon to be Toastmaster Tanu, your first attempt was in 46 seconds. Second one was at 1 minute 10 seconds. Toastmaster Vineet at 1 minute 16 seconds, and second one at 1 minute 32 seconds. Uh, Toastmaster Aman, your first attempt at 1 minute 28 seconds, your second attempt at 1 minute 18 seconds. And Toastmaster Mayank, the first attempt at 1 minute 13 seconds, second attempt at 2 minute and 21 seconds. Then we have to have anyone left. I think Toastmasters Shaunak. Toastmasters Shaunak's first attempt was at 1 minute 8 seconds. Thank you. Now coming to the evaluation report, I think we had a pretty bright morning with all the participants and with a special guest joining in, soon to be Toastmaster Tanu. We started on time. We went on YouTube on live. We had a comprehensive Sergeant at Arms and PO address by Toastmaster Shaunak. My feedback to Toastmaster Shaunak, who, if he sees the recording or I'll relay to him, is adhering to the time limit. I think we took 20 minutes to do the PO address. Then I think there was some confusion around the ownership of the TMOD address, which initially was agreed that it will be Toastmaster Harsh, but Toastmaster Shaunak continued. Will suggest VP Education, who could not join today with his Toastmaster Aryan, to ensure that there's clarity in role division going forward and adherence to time. Nevertheless, I think it was quite a comprehensive beginning in terms of the PO address and the TMOD address. And the theme of the day, self defense, definitely outshone everything else. So we had pretty comprehensive table topics given by Toastmaster Harsh, which really shook up our mind on the key topic of self defense. So much so that I think half of us will be inspired to take karate classes after we leave this meeting, definitely. One suggestion to Toastmaster Hirsch can be that he can play around with topics to bring variety to it in the next attempt. Let's say one on self defense, one on, say, Independence Day, or just keeping variety, because just one theme can make it like pretty homogeneous, and bringing variety can help bring extra spice to the entire table topic case scenario. But all the participants were pretty engaged, um, and overall, if I have to give a general feedback on how we can work on our table topics, is one aspect I found was interestingly the grammar aspect of it. We do not focus on grammar much in Toastmasters, except the grammarian report where we do good usages and got not so good usages. Um, I'm just trying to think how we can improve upon the grammar aspect, right? Work with your mentor to see candid feedback on where we are going off on our grammar, because missing out one or two words can make the sentence awkward. I think that is one common theme I found in half of our table topics. um, and next is to definitely force ourselves to talk on a topic for 1.5 to 2 minutes minimum. This is a rare opportunity we get, say, once in a week to speak our heart out. So, my suggestion will be to utilize fully that 2 minute space to force yourself to be creative about the topic. Even if you have to go tangential, make it humorous, bring some element of spice to it. Try to clock it at 2 minutes. Just like take best part is share a story. if you have a story of uh, if you have a story and say from childhood, college, workspace days, or a friend's family, there's so much repository of stories we have in our life, right? We can use stories to at least clock it to 2 minute mark. I think that is the common feedback I have for all of us. Else, I think all of us were sporting enough. All of us participated. I think that is what the essence of Toastmasters is. And last but not the least, distinguished Toastmaster Samod, the pretty last minute switch to our counter Grameen report, but being the experienced Toastmaster he nailed the role and shared a pretty comprehensive report. And so wonderful to see ex Toastmaster Aman joining, then Mang joining, Tanu joining. We had a pretty healthy, enriched morning. I'm sure it'll become more enriched with a few members who are traveling today, coincidentally uh, joining next week. So hope to have say an attendance of 15 to 20 next week, definitely. But for now, and most probably next weekend is going to be a hybrid meeting, so you can also join in person in Erio County, where the details will be shared, but it will also be online. So both online and offline. If you want to join in person, please join us in Erio County. If not, please do dial in online for the wonderful bright beginning that we have every Saturday morning. Thank you. It was wonderful being your general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster Harsh, to conclude the proceedings.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. Before we close this, I would request soon to be Toastmaster Tanu to share her experience of how the meeting went and uh, how she felt.
I feel a bit confident now because when I started this meeting, I was clueless. I was numb. I didn't even utter a word. But right now, I feel a bit confident. And I know how can I use this platform and how can this platform will help me to grow in public speaking and bring that confidence in that particular language. So it's a great experience and I'm looking forward to it. Like, I really want to join this for sure.
So that's great to hear. We are also looking forward to have you in our club.
Yes.
Someone from our club will reach out to you. Uh, all right. So after this wonderful meeting, leaving you all with uh, the closing message that we always have to be ready and on foot to defend ourselves, not just our body, but our time, our energy, our peace, and our dreams as well. So, thank you everyone for being here. It was a wonderful meeting. Have a lovely weekend and see you next Saturday.